All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be doing two things. We're going to be looking at solving two-step equations that will be the first video. The second video we will look at and multi-step equations. What we want to do, ladies and gentlemen, is essentially get the variable or the letter all on one side, everything else on the opposite side. So let's look at an example, ladies and gentlemen. Let's say we have 2x plus 5 equals 17. What we want to do, ladies and gentlemen, is isolate the variable. We want the letter to be by itself. So let's go ahead and focus on everything that is on the same side of the variable. So I'm going to go ahead and focus my attention only onto that side, okay? The 2x plus 5. Now, on that 2x plus 5, ladies and gentlemen, we see we want to get rid of the 5 first, okay? We'll leave this alone. We'll worry about this in a second. We want to get this 5 to the other side. What's plus, so we do the opposite of plus, we subtract 5. Subtract 5 from both sides. Subtract from both sides. Here, ladies and gentlemen, the plus 5 and the minus 5 cancel out. So we're left with 2x, bring that down. We have our equal symbol, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if it helps out, I know a lot of people are having confusion with the left and the right side. So what you can do is just build an imaginary little line, or obviously not imaginary, draw it, right? But that way you could see the left side from the right side. So if you want, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and draw a little line in between to separate the left and the right. We say 17 minus 15 is 12. Okay. Now we're left with 2x equals 12, and we want just one of them. So we have to notice, ladies and gentlemen, the 2 and the x, when they're combined like this, they are being multiplied. Once again, the 2 and the x here are being multiplied. Opposite of multiplication is division, so let's divide both sides by 2. Now we know 2 divided by 2 is 1, or we could just leave it as x. We already know the imaginary one is always there, ladies and gentlemen. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So there is our final answer. Let's also, ladies and gentlemen, look at a second example. Let's look at, rather than it being multiplied, what if it was being divided by? So for example, let's say we have x divided by 4 minus 8 equals 3. Okay. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if it helps us out, let's go ahead and draw a little wall or a little line. That way we can tell the left side from the right side. Okay. We're going to focus our attention to the side where the variable is at. So we're only focusing our attention to this left side, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. We're going to leave this alone. We obviously have to get rid of that negative 8. Okay. Opposite of minus 8 is plus 8. So we add 8 to both sides. Opposite of minus 8 is plus 8 to both sides. The negative 8 plus the 8 cancels, so we're left with x over 4 equals 3 plus 8 is 11. And in this first example, ladies and gentlemen, we saw the 2 and the x were together like that, meaning they were being multiplied. Okay? Here, on the other hand, we have the x is over the 4, meaning it's being divided by. This is the same thing as saying x divided by 4. Well, the opposite of division is multiplication. So we're going to go ahead, ladies and gentlemen, and multiply both sides by 4. Again, the opposite of division is multiplication. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply by 4. Multiply by 4. Opposite of divide by 4 is multiply by 4. Four in the numerator and 4 in the denominator, ladies and gentlemen, is going to reduce to 1. Right? For those of you who are having trouble seeing that, that's the same thing as saying 4 over 4, and we know 4 divided by 4 is simply 1. We don't necessarily have to write the 1 in front of the x, it's already implied. And 11 times 4 is 44.